Hi, and today we're looking at Free Cut Friday. Cricut gets you a lot of free cuts, free this week they say, with your Cricut Access. You're paying $9.99 a month. Let's look at what they're doing for Mother's Day. Look at this. Good stuff. I'm going to be showing you the free cuts for 7 days. World's Sweetest Nana. Those do really good. You're going to want to make use of this. Look at this. You are a special mom. Brave and fearless. Look at these beautiful Mother's Day or female. Look at this. You are worthy. Look at that one. World's Sweetest Nana. Best mom in the world. Amazing mother. I'm going to be making one of these and showing you those in just a moment. Okay, and so here's our design. I'm going to be putting this in the brother in the scanning mat, and there's a reason why I'm doing this, not cutting directly, because I want to make this into a stencil. I can always close those loops up. See how I opened up all the circles and all the loops? Then I can make this into a stencil which can be sold on Amazon. There's a reason for that. And I can always close those loops up to make a t-shirt or whatever. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to be walking it over to the ScanNCut. Alright. And of course we press scan. We say scan to cut data. We say start. It scans it in, and then we can do multiple things. Whenever I design a design, I'm looking for multiple ways to monetize it. Okay, I'm hoping you can see that. Okay, there it is. So it's right there. I say inside, outside, cut. That's what I call that, inside, outside. You want to pull those little arrows up a little bit, because there might be little nicks or something on the mat at this point, even on your scanning mat. It's not totally perfect. Okay, so there that is. We say preview. It's going to give us a preview. And we say save. I like to save to my memory stick. Okay, so I'm going to pull out number 2. I know number 2 has tons of designs. I'm going to put in number 3. It's got a light up. It lit up. And this is the stick one. Tell it to save to the stick. It says okay. It's on stick 3. I'm having a little trouble focusing, sorry. And we say okay. Now, okay, so there it is. I've pulled it up. And you say, why did you do all that? Okay, first of all, let's get that stuff grouped. You never want those little pieces moving around on you. You never want that. You say, okay, let's group it. Now, why did I do all that? Because I can easily separate it from design space. I can easily manipulate this. If I can't get on Cricut Design Space, I can make this huge with the touch of a button. Look how I'm doing that with my finger really fast. I can reduce it. Let's say somebody wants this stencil design, but they want it really teeny tiny, or they want it really, really big. Now I can manipulate it. Also, if I want to make it as originally shown in Cricut, I can just close up those loops and make a t-shirt out of it. But I have multiple ways now to monetize it. And on Amazon, people will buy stuff 12 months later, a week later, a week after Mother's Day, someone will buy this. Maybe someone's dying of cancer or something like that. 6 months after Mother's Day, someone will buy it. So let's move on. Okay, so now we've loaded our paper. We're in the brother right now because I wanted that a lot bigger. I got it bigger. I tell it to cut. I say start. It'll start the process of cutting. Okay, and so we pull that out. We start to weed that out. Okay, so here's how we turned out. Our original design was from Cricut. We redrew it so it had pop opens, or whatever you want to call it, pop outs for a stencil. Now I can take that stencil, I'm going to lay this down here for a second, and I could put it, you know that I do wood signs. I could do like that. I also have the weathered wood. Let's get that guy out. A lot of people like the weathered wood. You kind of see what that would look like. Or perhaps somebody likes the real classic black and white. So we could put the stencil on that. Now we're not limited still. We can use the same design on the DX to do some other materials. Let's do that next. Okay, so we would want to take the memory stick, come on over to the DX, get that in the side of the DX, all right? And then we pull that up. It says retrieve data, so we press that. It says memory stick. I say, yeah, memory stick. And then this is one of the failings, I think, of the DX, is that you can't page backwards. See how it has like a shaded arrow? I can go forwards all day long, you know, and it'll show me all my designs. but I can't go backwards, which is kind of a bummer because we know it was the last design. Okay, and we found it. We had to go through all of them. That was a lot. Okay, and there it is. And now it's on the DX, and now we're going to try a different material. Okay, I have a heavy plasticized film I want to cut. This is plastic film. Got to have the notch to make sure you have the right mat going into the DX. Okay, it tells us please select. We say cut. It's going to tell us how long. It's got about 4 minutes. Now we want to walk over here. This is thin. It's plastic, so it's heavy duty, but it isn't thick. So I'm going to take my deck, like a lawnmower, put it back down to 1. It'll tell me if I need to change it to 2. It'll just stop and tell me that. So I'm going to press start. It says mat's not loaded. Yeah, it is. We'll go ahead and load it again. Sometimes it'll tell you that. Now you know about all the mat loading issues, and there's been lots of videos made about how to remedy that. So we'll say start again. Here we go. 4-minute cut. A lot quieter than the DX. Remember, this is like a plasticized sheet. Okay, so far so good. Okay, now I have both my machines going. This one's doing an order, so that's loud. But anyway, we did get that error key that said, hey, I got about halfway through the cut, and I want you to shift it to the 2, deck 2. Sometimes it gets sort of tired, so I'm going to put it on 2, and let's see what happens now. Okay, looks like it's going to try again. Hear the difference. Can you hear that? Now hear that compared to how loud that is. That's a 650. 350 is just as loud. It is much quieter. Okay, it says that it's finished cutting, and we see that, and it's coming out. We're kind of starting to weed it a little bit. Got a little bit of chewing right there, but remember, this was plastic. This is a very detailed, small cut.